Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows for you guys. As you can see, I've really tried to incorporate most of these shades on my eyes right now. You can clearly see that bright orange color all over the eye area everywhere. I put the red shade in the crease. I put Freelove, the like more shimmery orange shade, on my eyelid, and I put Glitz on the outer part. I just didn't manage to incorporate the green shade from the Creative Me palette that I'm working on. But yeah, I definitely finally went for that more like sunset type look that a lot of you guys were talking about. We're not getting the heat here in Ireland, even though most of Europe it's between 30 and 40 degrees, and for everybody that doesn't do Celsius, that's just really hot. I'm kind of happy that I'm not there because that's too much for me, but I could do a little bit more sunshine, a little bit more warmth. So I just decided to put it on my face instead. And it matches so very well with the bunnies in the hats on my shirt, doesn't it? Anyway, let's actually go to what you guys came here for. I'm sure you guys are all very curious to see, especially how I'm doing on that nice and bright orange shade. So let's take a look at that first. The Sleek Circus palette is what I'm working on. I'm working on two shades in here. I'm sure you guys were expecting me to tell you that it was done, that I hit pan on it. Nope, it didn't happen. I really think it's cursed, this one. I used it another 17 times, which means I have now used that shade 99 times. And I know some of you guys are like, I don't know how you're still working on that. Just, you would have probably already dropped it, but I'm like, if I've used it 99 times, that pan can just not be far away anymore. So I'm just gonna keep going. I was kind of hoping, because I put it everywhere today would be the day, and I could tell you guys like, hey, I hit pan on it today and I'm so excited, but that didn't happen. It's still there. The pan is really, like, the dip is getting really deep. That pan cannot be far away anymore. And now I keep saying that every single time, and I still use it 17 times. It's not like I've only used it twice, and that's why I did not hit pan yet. Anyway, yeah, no pan yet. That is the moral of that story. I've used it 99 times now. Then the red shade, like I said, it is on my eyelids right now. I put it kind of on the outer part and into the crease to darken that up a little bit, with the orange being everywhere. And that honestly is the only time I used it, because I was so focused on that orange. I just kind of forgot about the red a little bit. And I wasn't really sure how to incorporate that red, but I realized that actually the way I did it today is a pretty easy way to incorporate it. So I might do that a little bit more. But yeah, I've used that once. And that's also once in total. So I do have a bit more work to do on that one. Although I do feel like that one is a bit more powdery than the orange one. The orange one is definitely very hardly pressed in there. So let's give you guys some swatches of these two shades to start with. We've got the bright orange shade, and we've got the red, which isn't as intense of a red. It has a bit of like a pinkish tone to it, so that is still pretty workable actually. So yeah, those are those first two shades. And then moving on to the Creative Me palettes from Coastal Scents. I'm working on the green shade in here, and I used that one another 5 times. It was kind of my goal to try and use most of these another 5 times. Didn't do it with that red, but apart from that, I did. So the green shade is right here, and I don't know whether you can see from there, but I can definitely start to see a bit more of a dip in there. So I'm definitely excited about that. I've used it, like I said, another 5 times, which comes to a total of 23, which is not bad. I just did not hit pan yet. I have no idea how deep these pans are actually. I'm kind of curious to see if they are. They're not small, I guess. but I might be halfway through, and it's never really been a focus color for me, so I haven't used it on a bigger part of my lid. And I always notice that when a color is my focus color, that oftentimes means I'm using it on a bigger part of my lid. So yeah, that is the green shade right here. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really know how to incorporate it in everything that I've got going on right here, except for maybe putting it underneath my eyes, but as you guys might know at this point, I just don't do that because my eyes cannot handle that and I start crying all day long, which isn't really something I'm looking forward to, so I just don't do it. But yeah, that is the green shade. Dip is starting to form, and I actually really like that shade. I'm kind of curious to be using a few more of the shades in here a little bit more, so that might happen at some point. Maybe I'll roll it in somewhere. Anyway, moving on to Freelove, which is the like more glittery orange shade in here. Just making sure I'm not mixing it with any other colors. This is what Freelove looks like. It's kind of a lighter peachy, orangey shade. Very wearable. It's a bit darker than I expect it to be sometimes because it doesn't look very dark, but sometimes I feel like it's a bit too dark for like an all over lid shade. I need something lighter kind of to go on the inner part of the eye still. But yeah, today I put this on top of this one to give this one a bit more shimmer on the lid and then have it be matte in my crease at the same time. So yeah, that's what I've done with that one. And this is what that one looks like right now. Also from afar you cannot really see too much. I can start to see the tiniest bit of a dip in there, but not too much yet. I've used that one another 5 times as well, and that brings me to a total of 23. I'm kind of afraid that that one might take me just as long as the green that I'm working on in here in my whole collection project pan, but also not afraid because this is a nice color, an easy color to wear. So it's just because I'm focused on that other orange so much that I haven't really used that one too much yet, although they actually work really nicely together as well. So maybe I should just do that a bit more. And then lastly, we've got Glitz in the Oh So Special palette, and also in here I'm working on another color in another project, so it's gonna cover that as well. And as you can see, also Glitz does not have pan. I was really hoping to have another pan in this round, and I know with Glitz I'm really close. I can see that pan getting deeper, and I've used up I think I finished off 2 complete sleek palettes before, so I kind of have an idea how deep they are, and I know I am pretty close, but I just didn't make it yet. In the close-up you can see the dip probably a little bit better, although I feel like it doesn't show as well as it does. Oh shoot, I'm switching it with the wrong finger, wrong hand. That is what Glitz looked like. So I've got that on the outer part a little bit to darken things up, but because it's still a fairly light shade, it doesn't make it like very intense on the outside of my eyes, as you can see. So yeah, this is the palette that I'm working with, and it is still the palette that I'm gonna be working with. Glitz I used another 6 times this time around, so I'm at 22 for that one, and I really feel like if I use another maybe 5 times or so, I will hit pan on that one. So that's definitely something I'm gonna be working on, together with also hitting pan on that orange. I almost have a feeling that I will be hitting pan on that like tomorrow after filming this. It's always like that. But yeah, that is it for now. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, some goals is basically to try and hit pan on the orange shade again, and I also want to hit pan on that Glitz shade. I think both of those should be pretty feasible for the next time around. Then for the other shades, once again, I think I'm going to try for using those 5 times because I really want to try and dive a little bit more deeply into the Panda palette shades that I'm working on as well, because I would love to actually finish off some palettes this year. So hitting pan is great, but it's also nice to actually be able to move those palettes out of my collection instead of just hitting pan in everything. But it's really nice to start to see like more of my palettes having like more usage and pan showing through like this project and my whole collection project pans, and that is really nice. Yeah, I think that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.